It started not with a whisper, but with a thunderclap. The world awoke to a storm, both in the sky and in the very heart of the automotive industry. The air was thick with anticipation, as if everyone sensed that something monumental was about to unfold. On a cold December morning, headlines screamed, "BYD CEO, the era of the gasoline car is over." The words leapt from every screen and newspaper, echoing through homes, offices, and factories. It was a message that would ripple across continents, shaking the foundations of an industry built over generations. In newsrooms worldwide, disbelief turned to shock as BYD's chairman Wang Chuanfu calmly declared the end of gasoline cars. His voice was steady, but the implications were seismic. Journalists scrambled to make sense of the announcement, realizing they were witnessing history in real time. Behind him, the BYD Seal X gleamed, a symbol of victory, not just a new model. It stood as a beacon of a new era, its polished surface reflecting the hopes and anxieties of millions. The car wasn't just a product, it was a statement that the rules had changed forever. In Detroit, Stuttgart, and Toyota City, executives watched in stunned silence as their plans for a gradual EV transition crumbled. Stock markets plunged. Decades of strategy, investment, and tradition were suddenly rendered obsolete. The old guard realized, almost in unison, that the future they had tried to delay had arrived overnight. Ford, GM, Volkswagen, Toyota, all in freefall. Their empires, once unshakable, now trembled as investors scrambled to reassess the value of legacy automakers. The shockwaves reached Wall Street, Tokyo, and Frankfurt, leaving traders and executives alike searching for answers. The world's faith in the gasoline engine evaporated overnight. At gas stations, drivers hesitated, suddenly unsure about the machines they had trusted for generations. The familiar rumble of engines was now a reminder of a fading era, replaced by a growing sense of uncertainty. This wasn't a prediction, it was a declaration. The future had arrived, and it was electric. Charging stations buzzed with new life as electric vehicles quietly took over city streets. The transition, once thought to be decades away, was happening in real time, right before the world's eyes. The announcement was a direct assault on the heart of the global automotive industry. Assembly lines slowed, workers exchanged anxious glances, and the hum of production faltered. The certainty of yesterday was gone, replaced by a wave of questions about what tomorrow would bring. For over a century, these companies perfected the gasoline engine. Generations of engineers, mechanics, and designers poured their lives into making engines more powerful, more efficient, more reliable. The gasoline engine was more than technology. It was a symbol of progress, freedom, and human ingenuity. Now, a single press conference rendered them obsolete. The world watched as the icons of the past became relics, their legacy honored, but their relevance fading. The silence in newsrooms was deafening, as everyone grappled with the enormity of what had just happened. On December 28, 2025, the roar of the gasoline engine became a death rattle. Highways that once echoed with the sound of combustion now fell eerily quiet. The end was not just near, it had arrived, and it was unmistakable. The future would be silent and electric. As the sun rose over cities around the world, electric cars glided by, their quiet presence marking the dawn of a new age. The world had changed, and there was no turning back. The shockwave from Shenzhen was instant and global. Governments scrambled. What would happen to oil economies, gas stations, and refineries? Financial pundits struggled to grasp the scale. This wasn't a slow shift, but a brutal revolution. Legacy automakers dismissed BYD's claim until the Seal X specs hit 200 kilometers range, 10-minute charging under $20,000. Social media exploded. Gas cars air done trended worldwide. Dealerships were flooded with calls. Should customers cancel their gasoline car orders? The psychological shift was seismic. Why buy a relic? Engineers at Western and Japanese automakers realized they weren't just behind, they were outclassed. The Seal X's technology seemed like science fiction. In a single day, a century of dominance was erased. To truly grasp the scale of this upheaval in the automotive world, you need to know the man at its center, Wang Chuanfu. His story is not just about business, but about vision, persistence, and a relentless drive to change the world. Unlike most auto executives, Wang isn't a car guy by training. He's a chemist, a battery scientist at heart. His fascination with chemistry and energy storage began early, shaping his unique approach to the industry. In 1995, Wang founded BYD, not to build cars, but to manufacture batteries. Back then, Few could have predicted that this small battery company would one day challenge the world's automotive giants. While most saw batteries as just another component, Wang saw something bigger. To him, the car was simply a vessel, a platform to showcase the true potential of his batteries, and a way to revolutionize transportation from the inside out. Wang is famously hands-on, often rolling up his sleeves to tear down competitors' vehicles himself. He's known for his obsession with detail and his drive for relentless innovation, pushing his teams to outthink and outwork the competition. Under his leadership, BYD built a vertically integrated empire, controlling everything from lithium mines to microchip production. This tight grip on the supply chain allowed BYD to innovate rapidly and keep costs low, outpacing rivals at every turn. For years, critics dismissed BYD as just another maker of cheap Chinese cars, failing to see Wang's long-term strategy. They underestimated his vision and the scale of his ambition. For decades, Wang focused on one goal: making batteries so affordable and powerful that they could finally end the reign of the combustion engine. Every breakthrough brought him closer to that dream. The end of gasoline cars wasn't just a boast for Wang, it was the culmination of a decades-long strategy, executed step by step with unwavering determination. While others played checkers, Wang was always playing chess, thinking several moves ahead, anticipating the future of mobility. Now, the world has witnessed his checkmate. BYD's electric cars have become a symbol of a new era, capturing headlines and the imagination of millions. The rules of the game have changed forever, and Wang Chuanfu is the architect of this new electric age. The BYD Seal X was the instrument of disruption. Its specs stunned the world. 200 kilometers range, double most EVs, more than any gas sedan. Price, $18,000, cheaper than a Corolla or Civic. The Seal X made electric cars the affordable choice for the masses. Charging, 500 kilometers in 10 minutes. Range anxiety and long waits, gone. The Seal X's iron triangle of range, price, and charging was unbeatable. It wasn't just a car, it was a statement, packed with advanced tech, a luxurious interior, and exhilarating performance. It outclassed gasoline rivals in every way. The Seal X was the moment EVs became superior in every respect. The age of compromise was over. The electric car had arrived. For years, EVs were defined by buts. But the range, but the price, but the charging. The Seal X destroyed every argument. 200 kilometers range, Paris to Berlin, LA to San Francisco and back, on one charge, sub $20,000 price. The electric car was now the budget option. 10-minute charging. The last gasoline advantage erased. No more range anxiety, no more high costs, no more waiting. EVs were now cheaper, more convenient, and better to drive. Quieter, smoother, more spacious, and better for the environment. The facts were undeniable. Gasoline cars were obsolete. Wang's announcement wasn't a boast, it was reality. The age of electric dominance had begun. The financial markets reacted with panic. Legacy automaker stocks crashed, billions in value wiped out in hours. Factories, engine plants, and supply chains became liabilities overnight. Pension funds and investors faced catastrophic losses. BYD's stock soared, the entire EV ecosystem surged, capital flowed out of the old carbon economy and into the electric future. Oil prices tumbled, and companies tied to combustion tech saw their stocks collapse. The global supply chain, built around gasoline cars, was torn apart. The verdict was clear. The future was electric. Anyone tied to the past faced extinction. Wall Street had delivered its judgment. BYD's triumph was decades in the making. What looks like an overnight success is actually the result of years of relentless effort, vision, and calculated risk-taking. It all began in a tiny Shenzhen workshop in 1995, where Wang Chuanfu, a young engineer with a passion for chemistry, set out to master the science of batteries. With limited resources but boundless determination, Wang and his small team experimented day and night, refining battery chemistry and manufacturing techniques. Their persistence paid off. BYD soon became a battery giant, supplying lithium batteries that powered mobile phones and electronic devices across the globe. The BYD logo quietly became a symbol of reliability in the electronics world. When Wang boldly entered the auto industry, many rivals scoffed at the idea. They saw a battery maker trying to build cars as a joke, but Wang understood something they didn't. Batteries would soon become the heart of the automotive industry. BYD's strategy was unique: vertical integration. By owning lithium mines, building massive battery factories, and even designing their own microchips, BYD gained total control over its supply chain and technology. This approach insulated BYD from global supply chain shocks that crippled competitors. It also allowed the company to innovate rapidly, testing and deploying new battery technologies faster than anyone else. Wang's vision was unwavering: make electric vehicles not just as good, but better and more affordable than gasoline cars, no matter how long it took or how much it cost. Billions of dollars were poured into research and development. BYD ignored short-term market trends, focusing instead on building the technology and infrastructure for the future. The Seal X wasn't a stroke of luck. It was the culmination of a perfectly executed, decades-long plan. Every detail meticulously crafted, every challenge met head-on. BYD's battery empire was built in plain sight, growing steadily while others underestimated its potential. Now the world has finally woken up to BYD's achievement, a quiet revolution that's reshaping the global auto industry. The Seal X was built on the revolutionary Neptune 3.0 platform. At its core, BYD's Blade battery, long, thin cells arranged for maximum energy density and safety. The Blade battery didn't explode in safety tests. It barely smoked, integrated directly into the car's frame. It made the vehicle lighter, safer, and cheaper. The 8-in-1 powertrain combined all key components into a single, efficient unit. This integration boosted efficiency and range, leaving rivals years behind. The Neptune platform supported ultra-fast 800-volt charging, 10 minutes for 500 kilometers. The synergy of battery, structure, and powertrain was unmatched. It redefined what an electric vehicle could be. BYD's technological leap left competitors scrambling. BYD's announcement was more than economic, it was geopolitical. For a century, the US, Germany, and Japan led automotive innovation. That era ended in Shenzhen. The epicenter of car technology shifted to China, marking a new global order. Legacy automakers faced extinction or painful transformation. Oil dependence gave way to reliance on Chinese battery tech. Global supply chains reoriented around lithium, cobalt, and electronics, China's domain. Western governments confronted their industrial vulnerability. December 28, 2025 became the day mobility's future was redefined. Wang's declaration forced a reckoning: adapt or disappear. China cemented its role as the leader of the new automotive era. The road ahead now hums with electric power. From Shenzhen, not Detroit,